Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Yes, indeed, a brand new day. I went to bed around midnight-ish. I mean, it was before that, but by the time I fell asleep, it was probably around midnight-ish. So it's like 11:45-ish. You know, by the time I turned off the light and was laying in bed, so. But then I woke up. I set my alarm for about 10 minutes after 5 in the morning, and woke up, of course, pain before 5 o'clock. Not that long, just a little bit. So I've been up since 5. I got up, went down, trimmed my beard, trimmed my hair, showered myself up. I got my clothes washing downstairs, and I've been up here getting awake and ready for my recording day. Oh, excuse me. I had some potato salad for breakfast and washed it down, of course, with carbonated beverage. So, doing okay. And in fact, as mentioned, did not go to the food bank this week because doing okay for food this week. I have a very happy rice cooker that was given to me, and it makes very happy rice. A very good thing. I have potatoes still. I have still some frozen stuff from the food bank when I went before. I still have some spaghetti. I've got some containers of chili and such. So I've got food, and that's a good thing. Oh, it's been like 2 months of just nothing but potatoes to suddenly I have actual food and choices. It is a beautiful and wonderful thing. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to hit the food bank when I need to. There's no fear there. I've got a lot of malnutrition issues, even though I've been gaining weight. But that's a problem when you don't have a lot of money to buy food, because good, healthy food costs a lot of money. And cheap, not that good for you food is cheap. Now, I don't have a family right now to take care of. My brother-in-law, my sister-in-law take care of my children right now. They have total guardianship, have for the past 15 years. So I only have to worry about myself. But I was going to make a point on that. Now I can't even remember what the thing I was going to say was. Something about variety or the like, but I'm not sure. Point being, though, is it's nice to have food. Thank you. Thank you so very much, everybody that has donated money to help keep me alive, that has donated things like a rice cooker to help keep me alive. Very awesome. It is a very good thing. I like being alive. Oh yeah, I was talking about cheap food. So it's like if you've got a family, and you've got, say, $25 to feed them, are you going to spend that $25 on something that's going to make one meal? Very healthy, but one meal. Or are you going to buy as much stuff to last like the next week until you get money? Yeah, you're going to spend so that you can feed your family for a week. Unfortunately, that means it's not going to be really wonderful food. I am, as stated yesterday, I think I said yesterday, they're down here on the floor. I don't have any WD-40 yet for my chair. My apologies. I have been taking gummy bears. Well, not gummy bears. I've been taking gummy vitamins because I don't eat enough stuff. I can't with my dentures. As I've mentioned before, even after I get them relined so that they fit as best as they're ever going to fit, if I chew on this side with anything even semi-solid, this side pops off. And if I chew on this side, this side pops off. If I chew in front, the back pops off. And then you can't really chew in the back because there's not many teeth back there. So, and even at that, it's not you chew in the back, you chew on one side or the other in the back, and that's, chew here, click. So, there's not a lot of stuff I can actually eat, which limits my nutritional intake, which means I'm suffering from malnutrition a lot, which is why I take the multivitamins. Before, in my life, when I have taken multivitamins, of course, when you take multivitamins, most of it is just discarded out through, your kidneys filtered out and it goes out through your urine. And so you've got very expensive, very colorful urine. I must be malnourished enough because there ain't no color, extra color. I'm not really getting rid of all those extra nutrients, so thumbs up on that. I just got to find some way that I can actually eat things that are more soft. You can't steam everything, you can't bake everything, you can't. Most vegetables and most things like that do get softer under heat. Some of them don't. Some things just, like carrots, you really got to work on, stuff like that. Anyway, the point being, submarines travel underwater. Okay, that actually is something that I would say to my kids. It would be like, okay, it would be for whatever reason where I'd be playing with them for goofiness, with voices and making silly statements and go, okay, the next thing I'm going to tell you is completely true. Submarines travel underwater. And then it was stupid. So, my apologies. Anyway, though, the spider up there in her little web up above, she still keeps it right up there. I went above and I swept my hands above all my monitors and all my workspace up there. No guidelines. So she's keeping herself limited to all of the lines going up there between the juncture of wall and ceiling. And she's got a web and she's working on it. And it's cool. There was that one spider I'd mentioned that was way over there. After I recorded my vlog yesterday, it went traveling. I mean, mega traveling. It went all the way across. It came back that way. It traveled all the way across the ceiling from the wall into the light. So at one point, after watching it vanish behind the light cover, I'm looking up there, and it's hanging over the edge of the light, looking down. And I could tell from what it was doing. In its position, it was judging with its eyes the perfect placement of the chair, of me, of the hamster cages, of the space heater thing over there. The best place to hook a guideline, to hook up a web right here in the middle of the space. Oh, look at that. I've mentioned before I have a landline because I don't have a cell, so if I'm at home I can make phone calls. 99.99999% of the calls that come in like that, unsolicited, are just spam robocalls, so yay. If I was the kind of person that could remember to turn the phone on, I'd turn the phone on, well, turn it off so it wouldn't ring, and then when I was done, I'd turn it back on. Unfortunately, I'm the kind of person that would turn the phone off and then 3 days later wonder why it wasn't ringing, check it, find out the battery's dead, and then go, oh yeah, I turned everything off. So, knowing who you are and what you do is part of making sure you work most efficiently. Definitely a thumbs up. Past that, just living my life. I went walkies last night. I walked all the way up to Walmart, all the way back, and that's a good thing. I actually power walked up the hill to get from southern downtown Shelton, because you go from up in the hills in southern Shelton to downtown Shelton, and then from downtown Shelton you go up the hill to get in onto the plateau of northern Shelton. The day prior, I had been like, on my walk. This time it stated I was power walking. Normally I walk about 3 miles an hour, almost 4 miles an hour. So when I walk to Walmart and walk back, if I just power walk there, power walk back, it's about an hour and a half. If I take my time, if I go inside just to window shop, or say I've got like a couple bucks worth of change, I want to pick up something to drink on the way back, I'll stop inside, I'll look around. Sometimes I'll walk over and walk through that place that you donate that sounds really good that isn't so good. It's that well good, or if you're an American citizen, they're all across. They're the junk stores where you bring in your junk and then they sell it. And so it sounds like it's donations and all that, but no, it's a guy who's just running these all for profit. But Goodwill, that's what it is. There's a Goodwill. I sometimes check on the Goodwill. There's an actual GameStop that's apparently still open. Weird. I mean, how did our GameStop survive the grand culling that's going on in the GameStop business right now? Don't know, but... And then there's the dollar store, so I just walk along and I check out that stuff and then walk back. So, did all that, but I felt almost like I wanted to start running up that hill. I wanted to go running up that hill, running up that building with no problems. Kate Bush, Hounds of Love. I really like that album a lot. But, as well, I mean, like I said, I dashed. I pushed hard going up that hill quickly. And so, that was a good thing. And then, of course, just a regular walk, but then on the walk back, once I hit the 5-mile mark of the whole 6-mile round trip, it gets hard. And of course, because I live in southern Shelton, the last mile of it is all uphill. And I don't just live in I don't live deep in southern Shelton, because there is no deep southern Shelton. You go into the hills and it goes back only so far, and then it's just mountains. Well, hills and forests and all that. It doesn't just go on and on and on. Like when you go the other direction, it's miles and miles of just stuff. When you go into southern Shelton, there's hills, and neighborhoods, and then afterward it's just hills. So, but it's pretty steep. Hokey smokes. So yeah, by the time I get home, I am barely able to make it at times. And last night was one of those times. So trying to get up and down the stairs to get things ready for bed was fun. Oh boy. Luckily, when I have hip pain, it's not actually hip pain. Your hip joints, remember, your actual hip joints, where the ball and socket part of the joint is on the inside of your thigh, the inside of your trunk, the inside of your pelvic structure. So if your hip joints hurt, it's going to be hurting down in your groin area. If you have pain on the outside of your body, that is just simple musculoskeletal pain and is not the actual hip joint itself, because the hip joint isn't there. You've got the outside edge of your hip, but the neck of it is on the inside of the bone, and then the joint is a little bit further on the inside of your body. So if you got pain on the outside, it's not actual hip pain, it's just simple musculoskeletal pain. Which isn't always simple, of course. It can be very complex. Our bodies are very amazing machines. There was one point I was having terrible, terrible knee pain. Now, I had a chiropractor in Bellingham. And to the best of my knowledge, the chiropractor and then his son, after he retired, they weren't insane. They never said that they could cure this or that, or do this or that, or, they could cure diseases or prevent diseases. No, it was just, when I went in and talked to them, he showed me things on the anatomical charts of how pressure points worked, of how your big muscle here, when it gets knotted up and it's not doing well, it pulls on all these, which puts pressure points here. So when he said, your knee hurts, I bet. And then he showed me all this stuff on the chart. Gave a crunching to my back to relieve some of the pressures, and instantly my knee stopped hurting. I mean, just like that, it stopped the pulling the pressure on it. So I'm not going to say that all chiropractors are wonderful, because there are lunatics out there. But if you can find the ones that don't try and say, oh, there's no such thing as disease theory, or I can cure cancer, or I can make you do this. It's like, if you just find the one that says, hey, does your body hurt? I got things that'll help. Those are the kinds you want to shoot for. Definitely a thumbs up. I, of course, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this too. Somebody was asking me in comments saying you don't do weed videos anymore, and it's like, unfortunately, I don't want to get demonetized. I barely am surviving, and I need all the money I can get. So I'll do things like show. I've got this container. It's called popcorn because they're smaller little buds, tinier things. But this one is 25% THC. Yeah, so grand total. Thumbs up on that. And then I have the last of this one because I was running low on budget weed, you see. So there's this one, which is 27% THC, and they're not bad. I don't mind showing them off, and I'll talk about them like that, but as stated, I don't want to get demonetized. They're nice. I only wish my tolerance for everything wasn't sky high, because when I partake of cannabis products, all I get is pain relief and a vague feeling of goodwill. Past that, nothing. Still, it's worth it for the pain control. I was on 27 prescription medications for my problems, plus 90 milligrams, 45 milligrams of methadone, the equivalent of 90 milligrams of morphine daily. And I was still using a walker, and I could not even sign my name because my hands hurt so bad. Now I only use cannabis for pain control, and I walk 6 miles, and my hands hurt, but I can use them. So thumbs up for that. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward, answer as many as I can. Thumbs up each one I do. For right now, though, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. The fact is you took the time, expended the calories, you left me a comment. Thank you so very much. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing, especially right now. And if I get lost because of my memory, I count American Sign Language, and even with that, I still get lost. Right in front of my face, and I still get lost. So I do the best I can. Now, before it gets too late, we have Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Smoke Dog, thumbs up and thank you. Kathy Kiss Cat, greatly appreciated. And Russian Timing. I know you're busy, but when I don't see people in the comments, I get worried, so good to see you. Nicholas Philippe, good to see you in the comments. Tristan Haylog, thumbs up and thank you. Measles_father, that's a heck of a name, thumbs up and thank you. Daniel Cifuentes, I sure hope I'm close, thank you very, very much. And BIB Brothers, thumbs up and thank you. And then we have, am I going to have enough? Ellie Oxley, thumbs up and thank you. ASAP Frostbite, it's that bite is spelled with an 8 instead of a B. And then we have Kira Lemon Grab, always good to see you in the comments. Thank you so very much. I miss people that I don't see. And speaking of that, thank you so much, Mika Mach 5. Good to see you in the comments as well. Thank you very, very much. And Adrian Bryan, thumbs up, good to see you. Esau Nagar, I sure hope I'm close. Again, thumbs up and thank you. And Dreadlord, greatly appreciated. And then we have Colin Reisenauer, thumbs up and thank you. And good videos you make, thumbs up on that. We have Fit Rep, greatly appreciated. And what looks like Deja Vu, except it's D5J4VU. And then we have Merrily Cachero, thumbs up and thank you very much. And then John Gilbert, Harley Rules, thumbs up and thank you. And no, that one, 21. 21. I don't know what the heck I'm doing now. Luke Houston, greatly appreciated. And then we have Shraven, thumbs up and thank you. Perfect Tragedy, good to see you in the comments, my friend. Thumbs up on that. And last but not least, Laser Boy, spelled L4Z3RBOY. Thumbs up on that. Thank you all for getting me out of my head, into the world, and dealing with the real people. Definitely a thumbs up. If you could check out my various links down below. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to. I mean, But if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. Hokey smokes, look at the time. So you take care, and I will see you on the flip side, my friend. Hokey smokes.